Hey Noobers, this is week 1 of active recovery. So last week was the first week in a while where I was able to actually walk by myself with a cane, but hopefully by myself without being in a wheelchair, and I also went for a swim. These two were pretty painful to log on Strava because of the time it took me to do these two very simple events: a 200-meter swim and a 1.4 kilometer walk. But at least, first it was a huge accomplishment given my accident, and it was just 6 weeks after that accident. But it also gave me a base timeline. So from now on, I would be able to not just say, oh, I'm feeling better. I can put numbers on it. I can tell you, oh yeah, my pace was this and now it is that. So I'm obviously making progress towards recovery. This week I also went on the bike for the first time in a while. Of course, not a real bike, just the spin bike in my house. But at least get my legs doing the move and so on. So I'm going to debrief quickly in that swim, bike, run order. So let's start with the swim. So last week I had my baseline of 200 meters at a 3:20 pace. I came back 3 times to the pool this week, and each time I had 2 objectives: to increase my distance, my endurance, and to increase my speed. So I went from 200 to 250, 300, and then 400 meters on Friday. And my pace actually went down as well. So my baseline was 320, and I went to 305, 3, and then 253. So pretty consistently going down, which is good. I'm still not at my pace of January, obviously, nor at my distances of January, but that gives me some targets. Being able to swim like that 1,000 meter, which is my regular workout, not my long swim, but my regular workout, at roughly a 2-minute pace, including the pauses. We'll see when I will be able to do it. But I'm getting there. It's consistent. I'm very happy with that. I don't feel any issue with the movement of my arms, with the movement of my legs. I have issues with my ribs. So, that extra pressure with the water. Of course, it gives me buoyancy, which is good for my legs and for my arm. But for my ribs, it's a pain. But yeah, that's bearable. That's fine. So let's talk about the bike. As I said, I went on the spin bike for the first time in a while. The idea was just to see if I could bear the position. I went on to just do 3.5 kilometers, so a bit more than 2 miles. At a pretty slow pace. I went at 22 kilometers per hour. The idea, as I said, was to see if my body could bear with that. My body did. My cardio didn't. It went spiking right away, which of course is a bit expected. That was my first real workout involving cardio in nearly 2 months, and I've lost some lung capacity because of the broken ribs. I've lost some cardio. It was no surprise. It was only a surprise to see how much I lost. So the idea from there was to go up, increase the training again, just like for the swim. Try to do longer and faster, and work on the cardio. So mission accomplished as well. I did two other workouts, one with a 5K and one with 7.5. So increasing the distance, and the speed was better. It was not awesome, but it was around 27, 28 kilometers per hour. So a bit lower than my usual, but you know, I'm gauging the progress. I'm pretty happy with the progress. So I'm not running yet. I'm not going to lie. So the closest I have is just to walk. So my baseline for walking that I got last week was that 40 minutes per kilometer pace on just the mile around the block walk. My first other walks, I just basically did the same tour, a bit less than a mile, and try to improve my speed. And that worked. I went to a 25, then 20, and then 18 minutes pace, which obviously is not great, but again, taking every single progress one step at a time, and I'm pretty happy with that. And then today, I went and increased the distance. So I went from a 1.5k walk to a 2.5k walk, and I managed to keep that pace, remaining below 20 minutes per k. And again, I'm pretty happy with the progress. That's consistent progress in distance, in pace, and we'll see from there where we are. Overall pretty consistent progress, both in the swim, in the bike, in the run, the walk. And yeah, I'm happy with that. I need to keep working on it, and yeah, go from an Iron noob to thinking of becoming an Iron man. See you guys.